signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
And there's more. Okay, this is another tweet that I just saw. Kate wanted to sell Archie's photo to the people who call him the N-word. Can't blame Meghan for this one. Okay, Meghan turned down Kate's special gesture to take first pictures of Archie claim. My goodness, why would you want to do that? Especially when you are aware the way these people do their business, their tactic. Hell to the no. Okay, I don't blame Meghan for that. I think Meghan had touched this topic before, where she said, why will she give people the first option to see the picture of her kids? Okay, I'm paraphrasing here. Why will she give the tabloid to take pictures of her kids when they're gonna degrade her kids, when instead she could do it herself, where to give let people who will appreciate seeing the pictures of her kids or something like that, in that nature. I don't have a video, but I know she touched this topic before. So plus the headlines is tabloid, you don't know if it's true anyway, but Meghan did touch this topic in some shape or form. I don't remember which interview it was, but I remember hearing her saying something like that. Okay, with Missy and Alexa at her disposal, who want a snake to capture their child. We've seen her interaction with Meghan on this day. Does that look like someone who gives a dang? This picture, I sort of spoke about it before, right? Because when you have toddlers, it's very hard to actually sit down and enjoy a few moments with, with your friends or just to yourself to catch a break. because toddlers, okay, they love to run around, so you have to follow them because they don't know danger. All right, that was the worst year for me, when they start walking, because they don't know any danger. They're going everywhere. So this was these age were the ages where I hated taking my kids to the park, but I had to. However, sometimes when you take them, if they're not sleeping, you have to walk behind them, chase them, and make sure they don't fall. I remember we have this play set that I usually take them to the park. All right, they go up the ladder, and then there's a open area for kids who slightly older to, like a fire pole to slide down. He will just try to walk straight without even holding that thing, like the floor continues, you know, when in fact you will have to hold the pole and then to slide down. So this, as a mother, I don't think I'm gonna blame her too much, but I don't know if there was any interaction, if they spoke or anything like that. But if you're using that still image, it's very hard. All right, as a mom, I understand this part. Right, never trust a person that scorn you to change. Evil is as evil does. I will certainly keep my kids away from this creature. She is no a caring aunt material. Oh my God, there's all of this. You could read them. I don't know why. I don't understand. You don't walk with underwear, panties, or anything like that? My goodness. I guess to make it access to, you know what? Let me not go there. Let me not go there. There's this you guys could read. I don't want to go there. Okay, we all knew it was her. I pity you, Wills. You know, this is a parody Twitter page of William, okay? Just go be free with Rose. Kate offered to take photos, not sell them. Okay, we do not know, okay? Harry and Meghan can take pictures of their own children. Thank you. Alright, remember Daddy Fell annual January edition called Katie's Cutie. Okay, smart of Meghan to say no. Glad she set boundaries. Yeah, that's the thing here. You know, they don't want to respect people, but Meghan is gonna demand it. Even if she has to go to court to get that respect. Smart of Meghan to say no. Glad she set boundaries. Okay, I highly doubt Kate offered to take pictures of Archie. She and Williams didn't even bother to visit him for weeks, and I'll bet that was the only time they saw Archie until the christening, and then nothing. Who cares? Okay, and your mother-in-law will have exploited them for was it? Party merch. Okay, when you have a double check, that's a parody account. All right, so there's more. I think there's more. Yeah, there's more. I'm moving on. Let's go to the next one. So this is the one that this made me decide to record again. All right, there's this one. I am dedicating this video to all the Karens who are mad at Princess Meghan because she called Prince Harry her husband. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry. There's this. I have this video, but at a different angle. For some reason, the one that I have makes more noise than this one. This one is much clearer.
Sir, could you post with that for my
Sir, what is your message
There
for
it is.
veterans tonight? Meghan, are you proud of your husband? I'm always proud.
This part.
Meghan, are you proud of your husband? I'm always proud.
She heard that part. She responded to that part.
For veterans tonight. Meghan, are you proud of your husband? I'm always proud.
All right, there's me here. I just responded to it. Why do I love the squad so much? Because we're petty as F. Okay, I love this moment. Okay, he just knows her hand is there and he is ready. Good one. That's right, Meghan. Let them know that's my that's my king. All right, sometimes grown women act like jealous little kids. The couple is setting great example. Yep. She's not a princess because she's not high enough up the chain. Well, who the hell did she marry to? Harry is a blood prince. You could tell yourself all of that. She is a princess because of Harry. She's a duchess. He will be duke only if he... The thing is that they're changing the narrative as they go along. I don't know what is wrong with these people. He will be Duke only if he wasn't born royal. That's the only thing that makes him a prince. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Sherlock, for working that out. We all already knew. Alright, but he's her husband. What else is supposed to say? Alright, perfect example of a perfect couple. Definitely not. She fabricated the okay, prove yourself, because she proved herself. She proved herself in court. You guys keep on bringing this 17 lies and all of that. If she's lying, whoever has a problem with that, I don't know, take it to God. It's for her to prove herself. Okay, she has proved herself over and over again. She didn't say any lies. Okay, definitely not. Alright, so there's this nonsense here. Let's see what response is that. How do you know? Do you personally know her? Alright, there's that. Why is she pulling him along that way? Isn't that the direction they're going? Isn't that the direction they're going? Oh my God. Because that's how Harry pulls her too. Have you really never seen him grab her hands, which he does often than Meg? Is that thing, and they've been at it for 6 years. Give it a rest already. Oh my goodness. And this is the direction they're going. Where is she supposed to go? They came from this direction, walking this way. This is where they're going. And then there's a time for things. Harry sometimes does it too. When, time is running out, they have to be at a certain place. They grab their hands. It's time to go. She's proud of her husband. Deal with it. All right. I'm going to add this to the other part of the early recording.
One eternity later.
Today is November 3rd, 2022. It is 11:54 p.m. All right. So these tweets are some tweets that I should have had on this morning's recording, and I saw them later on in the afternoon, so I didn't even bother adding them or recorded them because I was kind of busy. Alright, so I'm gonna add these tweets to a small portion that I've already recorded. Alright, so let's go on Twitter, because there's some good tweets. There are some good tweets. I think Meghan Markle represents everything racist and misogynists hate. She is beautiful. She is smart. She is confident. She is biracial. Her very existence demonstrates that women can have power and that black and white can not only coexist but can create something incredible. Okay? And she is HRH. The squad be rubbing it in. There's some tweets that I have that's regarding Meghan calling Harry her husband. The racists, the Karens get upset about it, but the squad went at it. Just because you hate it, they look for stuff to put together. So these tweets are kind of interesting. All right, and yes, that out of all of the women in the world, Prince Harry chose a woman of color, not just be his lover, but to be his wife, to be his life partner. Phew, that really gets them. Let's see some of the comment. It does. I always refer to her as HRH. Really does. That's the part here. Really does annoy them. That's what get them all. He chose her, and they are a team, and she's smart, funny, and beautiful. Okay, and she has a husband that will move mountain for her. Yep, that's for that thing. Yep, preach. Historically, many white women deny misgeneration even happened. Wow. Their fathers, husbands, brothers, sons never brutalized and raped enslaved women, even with proof before their eyes. My goodness, the denial run deep. I don't have to imagine the burning hatred and jealousy they must feel. Okay, you said it. How many of us have received contact requests from DNA matches that are 100% European that are third or fourth cousin? Go ahead, explain that. And Harry chose to live a free life with her. That's right. Okay, I think he kind of always acted like he was trapped and wanted to have fun and be himself. That's right. And somehow she's evil for that. Kinda. There's a question mark. Harry did feel trapped, and let it be known he wanted out of that circus way before his soulmate came along. That is true. All these are true. The rats know this, but will rather blame Meghan than face the truth. That's the thing. The denial, it's crazy. Okay, well said. Absolutely this. Thank you. Nothing to add. All right, she tagged somebody. You said that so beautifully. I think you're back. Well said. All right, so let me read what's on the screen and then move on. We all the same, being a different tone color, just make our eyes see the beautiful and what God creates so beautiful. For seeing different height, figures, color, my God. All right, facts, all of this, well said. Okay, so let's move to the next tweet. Okay, this one was kind of funny. Yeah, if Karen knew what other things Meghan's husband does his wife, they will combust. And this is the picture she put. And there's me here. Look at the Harry's finger here, the middle finger. And there's me here. Okay, what the hell happened to his middle finger here? Did he use it too much? There's and then there's the shade. Why 2 people like it? Someone responded and says he left it at home. That was kind of funny. All right, let's see here. Tendo. What is Tendo? Those GIF are so ridiculously funny. Picking up the phone, tablet, the laptop, everything is like, give me your phone. Yeah, that's what drives them crazy. 5 minutes with this man after dark and they go nuts. All right, you want them to have a heart attack? I have no remorse. How they think we got Archie and Lily. That's for sure. That's why they need to call them surrogates. They know what they're missing out on. That's why so jealous. I think it's all come down to the losers royals being jealous. Just a guess. Well then, enough said, right? The GIF. Oh my God, this crowd are crazy. There's this, there's that. Oh, there's more of the coconut. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so the finger come out now, the middle finger. Damn. Whew, child. This squad went and gave all sort of images with Harry drinking coconut. You know, there's this. Alright, so the squad are putting a lot of GIS. Why our squad is like this? Okay, without an out of shame. There's this. We're pretty much funny, aren't we? Our sense of humor is unmatched. Ha ha ha. I tell ya, there's this here. People are just laughing. Let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet. Prince Harry calling his wife Meghan. My wife and I, me and my wife, soulmate and my wife, my incredible wife. Let's listen. 8 seconds only.
My wife and I.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. For me and my wife. Soulmate in my wife. My incredible wife. My wife and I.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. For me and my wife. Soulmate in my wife. My incredible wife.
Oh my God, the squad or something. I love them. There's this, forever and always. Great edit, Danny. There's this. Tell me who this reminds you of, because there's that, there's the love. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. The squad or something. To go through all those videos to pick where Harry said all of this, it's not easy. Alright, the real reason why Megyn Kelly disliked Meghan Markle. 41 seconds. Let's see here.
Improbable life. Welcome to you both. If only I had known that the royal family was into divorced Americans, I would have tried harder earlier in my career. Okay, let me.
She's not ashamed to say this. She's not ashamed to say this. The squad or something. I knew she had a show, but I never watched her show. But the squad went and looked for that. Can you imagine this? Alright, let me rewind it one more time. I'm not even halfway to the video, but let me rewind where she said her nonsense. This is the thing, the jealousy within these Karens. They wish it was them, but Harry doesn't want any of their asses.
First Americans, I would have tried harder earlier in my career. Okay, let me start with you,
Her career, okay? In her career, she's not looking for, seeing Harry as a man, okay, as a person, but as a career, to advance her career. Meanwhile, Meghan saw Harry as a man. Okay, someone she could have fun with, and of course do different things with, and then do a lot of charity work. I don't think Harry would want her ass anyway, because none of the thing that Meghan is into, Meghan Markle, that is charity and do all of the stuff. I don't know what she does privately, but I don't think Harry wants her ass for that anyway. Okay, rewind it one more time.
The royal family was into divorced Americans. I would have tried harder earlier in my career.
And she said it in a serious face too.
Okay, let me start with you, Victoria.
The following video was filmed on the 5th of March 2021, 2 days before Harry and Meghan's interview was seen by anyone.
But no one has actually seen what Harry and Meghan have to say. Instead, the airwaves are full of royal experts influencing public opinion by giving their views into the soap opera of the decade. But do these experts actually know what they're talking about? Would these paid commentators give a review of an interview they've not yet seen? Beneath the Fold Limited, to invite 4 royal experts onto a fake TV show to give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it.
It will be pre-recorded, so we're actually recording it tomorrow, and it's just to offer kind of an immediate reaction to the interview that will then go out after the interview, if that makes sense.
Within minutes, the Queen's former press secretary, Victoria, and CNN's Victoria Arbiter give a review of an interview they've not yet seen. All agreed to offer their instant reaction to an interview that hadn't even broadcast.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
All agreed to offer their instant reaction to an interview that hadn't even broadcast.
And your impressions of that joint interview?
Well, a couple of things really struck me. First of all was just the intimacy between the two. They were staring at each other like lovesick puppies, and that was just charming to see, because I think Harry has really worn his heart on his sleeve. He's been so vocal this year about the grief he suffered following the loss of his mother. So to see him so madly in love is wonderful. But what really struck me about Meghan was her tremendous confidence. There were a couple of moments where she...
Improbable.
There's the thing, confidence. She has that. But let's not forget, this is the woman who, now that the palace decided to change their tune about her because she's too good for the position, all right, they went on the hate campaign, and then to say things that about the Oprah interview where she didn't even see. All right, so let's not forget her.
Is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
All agreed to offer their instant reaction to an interview that hadn't even broadcast.
That part. Alright, damn, I love my fellow squatters. Always pulling the receipt. Bitches are mad and jealous. I got receipt. That's me responding to them. I'm like, girl. Alright, that was 15 hours ago. Yep, let's see here, 4 seconds.
Harry would rather be her husband than your prince, and it makes you sick. Harry...
That's more receipt. I didn't see that one. Let's listen to it again.
Harry would rather be her husband than your prince, and it makes you sick.
She said what she said. This, that. Okay, apart from trashing Meghan, what is this Megyn Kelly famous for? What has she done with her life worth talking about? This woman is only known to me because she has been trashing Meghan. How many times she said that? Okay, I don't follow them, so I don't know. Okay, what has she been famous for? You ask? Come here. Okay, I really don't know. Okay, jealous witches, lol. Just by looking at her, I'm disgusted. Hate and jealousy can make someone so ugly. Yeah, you could see certain things in people's face. Hypocrisy. There's that. Megyn Kelly. Happy to share with you my husband, the bun lunch. No, I don't want to promote her nonsense. Okay, different. Oh, is it? Yeah, different language. Yes, she doesn't know any shame. Too jealous and hateful. Meghan is jealous, and super thirsty. And she talking to Sticky Vicky that had to wear false eyelashes because hers fell out. You see, she is so envious of Meghan. Jealousy. Well then, there's that. Prince Harry fans responds to Megyn Kelly's comment that she wishes Meghan Markle will stop calling him my husband by flooding Twitter with example of their love. I know, that's what I decided to bookmark. Yeah, there's that. Harry will never be interested. He likes seasoned food and washing his ass and feet. Oh my God, that's some stuff I don't share with you. Where I think Chris Evans, the guy that I keep on saying he's the encyclopedia of Twitter, there's some stuff he be sharing of other people who don't, when they taking a shower, they don't do some basic cleansing of their bodies. I'm like, what the hell? I did one before, but there are some others he be posting I don't share. Okay, she still has a show. I thought it was canceled for it not being interesting. I guess people actually like it. Okay, clip is old, from time of engagement in 2018. Okay, though you may have tried Megyn Kelly, it doesn't mean Harry will have been interested in you. That's what I'm saying. Maybe someone like Bill O'Reilly, but not Harry. Stay in your lane. That's for sure. That I agree. And that's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't think she's into some of the things Meghan Markle is about. Okay, doing charitable work, be kind, and do all of the stuff. You know, I've always said that. To do those charitable work without even second thought, to do it probably 24/7. It has to take a special type of people. Okay? To be really interested. When the money comes in, it goes directly to those charities. Okay, but if you're there for the money, you'll see people do all sort of crazy stuff. But Harry and Meghan are the real deal when it comes to charity. Because I don't see her as doing any of the stuff that Harry and Meghan are doing right now. Alright, though you may, okay, that's the one I just read. Okay, let's read what's on the screen and then move on. So Lashless and can't hold a job. Okay, oh my God. So Lashless and can't hold a job.
It's Victoria Arbiter, AR, B as in boy, ITER, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
I tried the good cop and bad cop, but both were being fake. Okay, the envy in her eyes, my God. Her, women that look like her and their daughters, this is why they are mad. They never stood a chance. There's that. Yep, all about jealousy and envy. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet. This video, oh, is that the one? I did it twice. Okay, so since it's there, that's the one I just did.
Improbable life. Welcome to you both. If only I had known that the royal family was into divorced Americans, I would have tried harder earlier in my career. Okay, let me start with you, Victoria, on your impressions of that joint interview.
Well, a couple of things really struck me. First of all was just the intimacy between the two. They were staring at each other like lovesick puppies, and that was just charming to see, because I think Harry has really worn his heart on his sleeve. He's been so vocal this year about the grief he suffered following the loss of his mother. So to see him so madly in love is wonderful. But what really struck me about Meghan was her tremendous confidence. There were a couple of moments where she didn't.
Alright, so I let it play because I bookmarked it twice. And the thing is that when you look at the way the engagement, the type of work that Harry and Meghan were doing in the UK, if they had just let them be, can you imagine how powerful literally all four would have been? But hey, it is what it is. Let's see here. Another video triggered. Did I do that again? Okay, another video triggered the Karens who hate to hear Meghan Markle calling Prince Harry her husband. Prince Harry is talking about his wife, Princess Meghan, Meghan's husband. Alright, I did that, but since it's there, let's.
My wife and I.
My wife and I.
And my wife and I. For me and my wife, soulmate in my wife. My incredible wife. My wife and I.
My wife and I.
And my wife and I. For me and my wife, soulmate in my wife.
Alright.
My incredible.
Yeah, I did that already. This is incredible. I will be sure to use it to piss off the Rangers. LOL. Or did somebody else retweet it? Maybe that's what it is. 6 days to go. Crown Camilla Gate, Netflix. These said lonely, hateful Karen will never run out of reason to be mad at Princess Meghan. I love when they call each other my husband or my wife so much that for a long time my Twitter handle was my wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I've since changed it to the current ones since Stacey Abrams referred to her that way at the launch of her 40 by 40 initiative last year. Okay, I keep my profile the same. Okay, I thank you. Okay, this one is a different language. I thank you for posting this video. That was my next job. Okay, there's that. So that was slightly different. Okay, different comment, but the same video. That's what I meant. Next tweet. There's this. Princess Meghan's husband, y'all. They're posting pictures now. Look how she looks at him. Very proud of him. Yep, there's this. One of my favorite pics. Meghan is so proud of her husband. Yep. Okay, the very best one could get anywhere on this planet. The way Meghan looks at him, the heart. I can't believe she called the person she married to her, gasp, husband. What's next? Okay, already met. There's that. There's this. I love how you layered this on. It's great. Handsome couple, screw the haters. Okay, since when is she a prince? Oh God. Let me read it for the sake of this video. Okay, since when is she a princess? You don't have them in America, and we certainly don't want her here. She has no heritage in the UK. Alright, so there's the comment to that. Okay, why not mute their names and go see what the Drab 4 are up to? Okay, she black. There's no comment you could add. Can you? Let me see here. Can you add comment? Yep, she black it. People cannot reply. They do that thing, but you know what? With that being said, let me black her so I don't have to see nonsense like that. But yet you keep on coming to her fan page. You come to her fan page, and this is the thing. We don't know, okay? Because we don't even know if she's from the UK. But when you look at shit in your water, these are the things you prefer. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan were a voice of reasoning for you guys. Okay, so let me just leave it as that. Alright, Princess Meghan with her husband, lucky girl. She just keep winning. Alright, let's see. Here's that. Okay, so I blacked this person. He won't even show up. Alright, next tweet. Probably her who come in and say her nonsense again. So, next tweet. Alright, imagine being mad because a woman refers to her husband as, quote, her husband. Okay, next level clownish. Alright, this is a professor, Melissa Murray. Okay, New York Post. Wow, New York Post even talk about that? They really don't have anything important to talk about in terms of news? Jeez. Megyn Kelly irked by Meghan Markle calling Prince Harry my husband. We get it. You bagged the gorilla. What does that mean? Let's see here. What did she expect Meghan to call Harry? My bodyguard? Those quite are good. Meghan's husband. Look at him. My goodness. Harry Megyn Kelly is bitter jealous, pathetic cloud chaser. Wonder what kind of marriage she has that makes her so angry that another woman refers to her husband as my husband. I refer to mine as my husband at times. What's wrong with that? He's my husband. Bitter Karen. Alright, I played this already. So she tweeted this out. Okay, it's giving bitter hag. And the irony. Okay, I don't want to show. That's I think that's Megyn Kelly's husband podcast thing, so I'm not gonna promote it here. Okay, here is Meghan's husband for all the Karen and Karens in the back. He is happily living his life on his own term. Alright, let's look at some pictures. Yep, look how she's looking at him. Very proud of him. Yep, there's that, and there's this. This is nice. Oh, she's wearing that pants. I just realized I've seen this picture before, but she's wearing that pants that I love, where she's walking through the door with Harry. They look like two superhuman superhuman coming through that door, and I love that pants on her, and I think that's the one she's wearing. I'll put the picture of what I'm talking about. Alright. What are we supposed to call them? Ridiculous. Okay, she can eat her bitter heart out. Meghan's husband. Alright, there it is. Yep. There's that. There's this. What is it? I think he's the only royal who, in the British royal family, I think, who wears their wedding ring. He's proud of that. He can't wait for that.
And it's an immense change. You're getting a new country out of it, a husband, obviously, but also giving up your career. But also
Got it?
giving up
Got it?
your career. But also giving up.
Got it? Let's do better.
Can you imagine this? Me and my husband, we don't wear our wedding ring. It's just, we don't like jewelry, but we have it. We kept it the same place. Okay, she's one of the shoulder bend, was it? She's one of the shoulder bend me clan. Okay, shoulder bend me. It took me a while to realize what she meant. I wanna marry Harry. There's a movie out there for that. Is that a movie? Oh God. Kind of makes me wonder what Megyn Kelly referred to her own husband as. Alright, so there's that. I'm not gonna promote it. Alright, after this, I'm moving on. 2 days and I still haven't figured it out how one is supposed to call a husband instead. The guy who lives with me, the man who I share a life with, the guy. What is that woman expecting Meghan says, Prince Harry or what? Meghan will call her husband however way she chooses. I've heard my love, my husband, H, and my heart, and Harry replies with my love, Meg, my wife. Karen's will just have to deal with it. The envy is real. Line is drawn. Meghan's husband, Meghan Markle. Yep. There's some more pictures. Yep, holding her baby bump. Guess who gave Meghan that baby bump? Her husband. Look at him. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. So cute. There's that. Yep. Only Meghan has that access. Meghan Markle has that access to Harry, her husband. Next tweet. Alright. Prince Harry calling his wife Meghan. Okay, why do I? Oh, maybe it's people's retweeting that. That's why. Alright, I'm gonna let it play, and and that's it.
My wife and I.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. For me and my wife. Soulmate in my wife. My incredible wife. My wife and I.
Okay.
My wife and I.
My wife and I. For me and my wife.
Alright, it's playing over. Alright, let's read some of the comments. I think people's retweeting it. Okay, I love them. Forever and always. Great edit, Danny. Okay, so I went over that already, so I bookmarked it twice. Okay, next tweet. There's this. Karen is jealously mad. Look at him looking at her boob. Wow. You know what? Let me not even say what's in my mind right now. There's this. Prince Harry wanted that baby to born so badly. There's that. How have I never seen this particular photo or dress before? She is so beautiful. That dress. Okay, her face, one of the most gorgeous shots of her face. There's that. Whenever they see Meghan Markle and Meghan's husband and imagine how they live their lives, especially what happened after they finish reading in bed, phew, I'll feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for haters. If they didn't bring it all on themselves, I'll just pray for them. There's that. Oh, bless your heart. There's that. This. Okay, it was so weird to openly admit her jealousy like that. I know. It's really kind of sad to see those Karen actually showing their jealousy like that. The lust. What a beautiful picture. I never saw it before. And that dress. There is a YouTube video of this event. Is he? Yeah, it is. He's peeping down the front of her dress. LOL. Leave my name out of this. Call them Kate if you want. What the hell? What is that? Who's that? I don't even know. Okay, I love that dress and those boots. God, I wish I was wealthy because I will have copied that look. It's so perfect for all winter. I mean, you could do in a budget. Right, yes, OMG, I love that dress. Mr. Windsor is plotting. Harry looking down at her belly like, I did that. I planted that seed. Yep, beautiful, happy couple. Okay, Harry is like, oh damn, babe. Meghan is like, Harry, stop it right now. Okay, the way he looks at her still, now that is love.
Also giving.
Okay, that's all. She's pregnant in that picture. We know that the squad are just rubbing it in for those Karens. It could be another way too for people not to talk about Meghan's podcast. Alright, because whenever she talk about her podcast, it goes on. So every week we're gonna hear those little squirrel.
I may talk, squirrel.
You see? He lost count. Every week we're gonna hear those little squirrel.
You desired squirrel.
You see? They get distracted. Alright? So people don't talk about her podcast. That's what it is. Okay? This is another example of squirrel. Because the hate for them to see her podcast is so successful. So all of them, can you imagine that? The entire world is against her. And you have those women who literally, align with those hateful men to beat down on her. Alright, so that's what it is. It's just squirrel. Whenever you see this type of things, think of President Obama saying squirrel.
Come on. But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation.
See? There's a distraction. People lose focus. Okay? Whatever he was saying, everybody lose focus.
Sir, this is what I'm saying. Look, there is a process that we set up in our democracy. Right now, I'm talking. You'll have a chance to talk sometime. It's not a good way to do business. It's that you wouldn't do that at a workplace. If you wouldn't just interrupt people in the middle of a conversation. It's not how we do things. Y'all up there, pay attention.
Remain focused.
Here's what happens. Listen. No. I mean, this is part of. Not only is this an example of what I'm talking about, but it's also an example of how we get distracted.
There it is. There it is. What happened? I've said this many times, especially in UK politics. Once they see that they're losing their talking point, okay, they're losing grip, okay, whoever the main establishment, when they're losing grip, what do? They send a little distraction, a flare for people to lose focus. What is it? Racism in the UK. That's what I've been seeing. It could be other things, but from my perspective, from the outside, that's what I see. And this is how we got, the people in the UK got the kind of policies that's going on. No food on the table. They can't get decent meal. People can't pay their bills and the heating and all of that. And then when you see in the Sussex squad timeline, we're talking about things, and then they come in and say, well, why are we discussing this when there's no food on the table? Well, you made your choice. Not all of it, not all Brits make the choices, but majority wins. You claim you are democracy. When you go vote, focus on what really matter. But instead, you're focusing on people's distraction, the little light for you to follow too, which is racism. And you guys always fall on it. But guess what? The establishment remains. Okay? So Obama's gonna point this out. Not in the same sense that I do, but him in a more political aspect, point of view.
Suddenly, y'all ever see that movie, Up? That Disney movie? Right, remember that's dog, and the dog's talking, and then squirrel.
Call her so that I may talk, squirrel.
You see? He lost count. You see how he quickly get distracted? Squirrel. Yep.
And they turn, and that's us. That's us with politics.
There it is. Okay, let's rewind it one more time. When they say squirrel, they quickly, the shiny object that they always do for you guys to distract you. So whenever they say squirrel, okay, they stop. This is us, many of us all around the world. We tend to forget. But the people who are in politics, who are in power, they read you guys. They read, you guys, how easily we all get distracted.
You desired squirrel.
You see? They get distracted. You know, and his speech regarding the heckler. All right, let's read this one. Okay, Meghan Markle haters get triggered when I reply with "Okay, Karen," and it makes me laugh. Okay, so this person responds, "Never bothers me, reminds me of a lovely friend from my school days, Karen." All right, that's the guy responded, "Okay, Karen." Oh my God, and she blacks him. That's kind of funny. Narrator, quote, Jane and Senior claim that being called Karen reminded her of a lovely friend, but her decision to black after a simple "Okay, Karen" response revealed she was lying. But courtesy of the UK taxpayers, well-documented investigation by at New York Times. There's that. She also identifies as a hater, which is sad. There's that. Okay. Jane husband. Okay. Jane Hugada 1 was the first Karen to black me. At the time, I knew little about Twitter and felt terrible. Now I just laugh. It was going so well for about 2 seconds. I just realized I'm black and we never spoken. Okay, me too. But I think I blacked her first though. I'm not sure when. For all I know, they all could black me. I really don't want to see none of their nonsense. Laughing my ass off. Ha ha ha. You really can't make it up. There's that. And another thing, I'm not mad. Please don't put in the newspapers that I got mad. Lying through her teeth bothered her big. There's a laugh, okay? It's only a guess, but I'm thinking that lovely friendship didn't end well. It didn't last long. Alright, next tweet. Wow, the thing that goes on social media, those adults show themselves like 5-year-old. Oh, that's the thing. The squad bring that up. That time when Meghan's husband couldn't keep his hands off his wife, he actually grabbed her butt and tried to be slick about it. Jealous Karen could never relate. Alright, 12 seconds. Oh my God, the squad showed it into different direction. Look at it. Alright, there's this angle, and it has to be someone else who probably on social media who posted it at the other angle, and then she caught that. There's that. Then the image she put afterward. The squad or something. The way she laughed and swatted his hands away. There's this, the laugh, love it. Oh, I thought it was the video of him pretending our sis put his back out. She did. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, the hand in question, recollection may vary. The squad are crazy, I swear. Look at the GIF. Recollection may vary. There's this, a giggle. I remember he couldn't even walk. Yep, he can't even go up that platform. I remember he can't even walk good that morning. Honey, they will forever be pressed about this couple.
We're reuniting today. I can't wait for I miss him so much.
There's that. Not this meme. I know, this meme. The squad are good with meme. There's that. There's this. I remember this. We all saw that. There's a laugh. Forget it. His back. Why do I suspect she is as good as she gets? I could imagine them in their private home. My goodness, they probably can't even keep their hands off each other. Shade. There's that. Sis was like, H, behave. We're in public. There's the laugh. There's this. Princess Meghan's husband. There he is here, being all serious, but around his wife is like a little soft puppy. Meghan's husband can keep his hand off his wife. Love it. It's the mama action meme for me. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Let's watch it one more time. There's this. The squad even caught that. Right? Where is it? Yes. Stop it, Harry. Meghan be like, we'll just hold hand, okay? That's it. But because if we don't do that, you'll be all over me. How am I gonna control you, in public? I can't take you anywhere in public. Meghan saying to Harry, well, I'll just hold hand. Alright, next tweet. Do you want to have a good laugh? If we pretend it's true, how do you interview someone who mumbles for 50 minutes? Oh my god. So you critic Meghan's podcast, yet you want her to interview Kate. Let's see here. Can Meghan Markle put out requests for Kate to appear on upcoming podcast episode claim? What? Meghan Markle has released 8 episodes of her Spotify podcast series Archetype so far, each one featuring prominent women from across the creative and sport industries. Alright. In each episode, which is released weekly, the Duchess of Sussex is joined by a different female guest to, quote, explore and subvert the label that tried to hold women back, end quote. Speaking on a recent episode on his YouTube channel, royal expert Neil Sean claimed that the 41-year-old could soon be joined by Kate. Could, alright? The key word here is could soon be joined by Kate, the Princess of Wales, after reportedly asking her sister-in-law to appear on Archetype during her recent visit to the UK. I doubt that. And I think Meghan sort of understands the predicate, how will I say it? The situation that Kate is at. Alright? And I'm sure they will probably already advise her some of the nonsense to say. Alright? So Kate could never be herself in that podcast. Alright? So this is nonsense. Alright? Just BS. Alright? Then they already write articles saying Kate didn't speak to Meghan the whole time they were back in England, or have they forgotten that narrative? They just throw nonsense out there. They forgot what they said. They can't keep those lies straight. That's always happened to liars. This is their PR strategy to get people talking about her and her trip. Every Tuesday, like clockwork, we get a story that tries to link Meghan with Kenisha? Oh my god, the names keep on coming. Kenisha. Last week it was Peace, and this week it was some baby picture. Both stories also have to mention an upcoming trip.
Color so that I may talk. Squirrel.
The desperation to get into American news cycles smell like UK waterways. Literally waterways. Thanks, with shit waters in it. You think you slick. Alright, they are desperate to attach her to everything Meghan does. It grows. Alright, what else do the squad have? Meghan great stride. Meghan Markle owes success of Smart Work charity fashion launch to sister-in-law. Oh god. So they're saying that
Color so that I may talk. Squirrel.
the sister-in-law helps Meghan to do that? So how come her own podcast, her own charities are closed? Okay? Duchess Kate could still join Meghan Markle 40 by 40 initiative, royal expert claim. Oh Lord.
Color so that I may talk. Squirrel.
You know, now when you hear royal expert, it doesn't they use that word so much, it's no longer relevant. Expert is someone, okay, I'll put the real meaning, but in my humble opinion, expert is someone who has good knowledge of something. All right, who's really specific or good in their specific field. But even as a royal, okay, expert, they're not even good at that, because they're just throwing lies. My goodness. Wow. All right, Nicole, was it Massabook, August 2021. All right, I know that is a reach, but I will love for Catherine to be one of the people she interviews. We've never known until the episode dropped, just to talk about some of the things they've both faced and the archetype of royal women, maybe the other princesses as well. One can dream. So what can she talk to her about? How to chase a man for 10 years? I don't know. How to shut down Okay, how to make your charity close their doors? I don't know. What can she talk about? I don't know. I'm serious about this. I don't know what can she talk about with her about. All right, Kate Middleton backed Meghan Markle over much criticized Uvalde visit. Book, was it? Meghan Markle was accused of a tacky photo opportunity when she laid flowers for school shooting victims, but Kate Middleton understood a new book says, oh God.
Caller, so that I may talk. Squirrel.
Meghan Markle put out requests for Kate to appear on upcoming podcast episode. Oh, please.
Caller, so that I may talk. Squirrel.
If that was the truth, can you imagine this? They will make sure to either have the video or audio of that, or if it's text, to make sure to put it public, and then to criticize her, to bash her on it. So I don't think this is true. All right?
You desired. Squirrel!
That's the rest. You guys could read it. This has absolutely nothing to contribute to any conversation. That's what I'm saying. What can Meghan talk to her about? I don't understand that. Okay, Botox and wiglets. There's the laugh. Have they forgotten they already went with the quote, they didn't exchange a word narrative? Or was it when we witnessed Kate give Meghan Markle the cold shoulder? There's the thinking face. The lack of warmth between them indicate to me this is another media lie. Lies, we know that archetype with Meghan is a hit if they are trying to attach Duchess of Cornwall Karen to it, just like with British Vogue, try to malign and minimize Meghan's work when it's a hit. Try to attach Kel to it. Alright? How they say influential women and Kent in the same sentence is laughable. The article clearly says influential women which automatically exclude Mambo. Desperation at its finest. They still not understood that Kate is unable to bring any added value. Kate is only interested in getting closer to Harry. It's true though, I have no word. Okay, she realized now that she spent 10 years chasing after the wrong Prince Charming. Their PR can prop up and glamorize their marriage to the nth degree. They are not happy together and they loathe the love that Harry and Meghan share being together. Maybe she is, but I don't think the husband, wants to do the same whatever. I really think she likes, William. I really think so, but the love is not returned. Similar to the same thing that happened to Charles and Princess Diana. Princess Diana did love Prince Charles. Okay? She tried her best to get her husband back. I spoke about it on my other video. Alright? Or maybe it's part of this video. But Charles was not into her. Alright? This is the same thing with William. William is not into her. But the thing with William, however, when it comes to the comparison with Charles and Diana, William had a choice, but Charles was forced to marry Diana. Okay? So William had a choice not to even marry her. Alright? When they had no Meghan and Harry outrage to draw clicks to their monetized channel, they just made it up. They need the money. They know what their viewers want to hear. Does not have to be true.
Today, your own current Attorney General, who's a Republican, called the election fraud claims made by Katie Hobbs' opponent horse crap. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it exactly that way. He said her whole act about how the election was stolen is a giant grift. Why would you vote for somebody who you know is not telling the truth about something?
They need the money. Does not have to be true.
I mean, on something that important, I don't care how nicely they say it. I don't care how poised they are.
They need the money. Does not have to be true.
Or how well lit they are. I mean, you have people from her own party saying that's just not true. And yet, it seems as if it doesn't matter anymore. What happens when truth doesn't matter anymore?
It is sick.
When truth doesn't matter anymore.
There's no perspective a 40-year-old white royal could offer us that Harry and Meghan haven't already given. Kate's good at keeping her mouth shut and looking pretty. maybe when she's probably will be there, but her mouth will be shut, she has nothing to contribute. Kate's good at keeping her mouth shut and looking pretty, which is what the tabloid and William want her to do and constantly remind us. So what could she possibly have to say? It'll be a cold day. Does this before that happen? Yeah, right. And what archetype will she be representing? Becky or Karen? And we're supposed to believe this? I don't think so. Who wants to hear Kate mumble for over 45 minutes? The women Megyn has interviewed are articulate, intelligent, successful women with influential voices that automatically knock Kate out of the conversation. Okay, they're so full of shit. Nobody wants to hear Kathy mumbles and laugh at nothing for 5 minutes, let alone 55. Yeah, Megyn doesn't give any guests much time to converse. What? She speaks for majority of the podcast. What? Are these people for real? Okay, let's see here. So that means the haters are listening. The haters are listening. No, she doesn't, hater. Okay. What of any significance has anyone in that cult done but cheat on spouse, settle a lawsuit for sex trafficking, carry around bushels of money from the Arabian Peninsula, hide money and dirty tax haven? Are they going to speak about that? Alright, after this, that's it. There's this, breaking down the Karen stereotype, quote, I like gaslighting, imitating, and using my white woman tears as a weapon against my mixed race sister-in-law. So that's the archetype she'll be talking about. Alright, next tweet. Okay, there's that. Alright, so I saw this and I thought I shared that. I don't know. I think I did put it on my community board. Natalie Barr, another Karen at Sunrise Channel 7. Glad to see her bare face. Megyn haters look the same. I don't know anything that she has said about Megyn, or maybe I did because they put so much makeup on her. I don't even recognize her. But I don't know. I'm just showing this. Let's see here. Natalie Barr appears exhausted, and she didn't even cover her face, her mouth when she yawned. Wow. Natalie Barr appears exhausted as she yawned and opts for a rare makeup-free outing at Sydney Airport with David Koch, Mark Beretta, and Big Brother host Sonia Kruger. That was November 2022, so that's recently. She usually glammed to perfection when on screen presenting Sunrise. I mean, why would they even report that? I mean, like I said, the beauty is in the eyes of beholder, whatever it is. But why would they report that? Because she, oh God, I don't even know what to say. Oh, that's a huge difference. Okay, I did show that, but I didn't really look deep into it. Okay, that's a lot of work. Oh, damn. That's a lot. Okay, let me leave it as that. Glad the courier got it to you in Manchester in time for the speech, Megs. Okay, so that is that her? Who's her, whatever, her feed? Okay. Oh, so they're wearing the same clothes. That's what it is. They're wearing the same clothes. That's what it is. Same color and everything. Okay. I just realized that while I'm recording. I didn't realize that. Alright, look like karma already went to Barface. Yep, the true shell of hate. Hate truly does corrode the shell it carries. Oh my goodness. They are rough looking women, ugly hearts, ugly women. Looks like a knocked old horse. Oh my god. Her name is Natalie. I have absolutely nothing in common with this woman. Right, I don't even know what's your name. But anyway, oh my goodness, who is that? Gossiper, hater, Natalie Barr. There is a fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Oh God, I don't know. These people are truly crazy. Meanwhile, those men that they supporting or they shielding from their nonsense is tearing down the world. Literally, they're tearing down the world. Wars going on, putting shit in the water, and yet they want the men to run the world with their nonsense in their head. Megyn Kelly has problem with black teen girls swimming at the town pool, black Santa Claus, and now a black princess. How would you define Megyn Kelly's problem? Alright, so I sort of arranged this in the wrong way. Alright, she also, let me put this because this one is about her husband thing. She also has a meltdown when Meghan Markle called Prince Harry her husband. Jealous girl. Alright, I don't want to talk about that. I am at a loss. It could be racism now, could it? Alright, racism and jealousy, pure and simple. This reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Las Vegas hotel, where draining their pools if black folks were using them. Mr. Rogers was in front of his house cooling off his bare feet. He asked the black mailman to join him. For amazing feet in the little pool, he was something else. Okay, at the very least, anti-black and clout chaser. When I defined it out loud, NBC, HR, Human Resources, tried to admonish me for, quote, not being a team player. Oh, I don't know anything about that. I wonder if NBC, Human Resources, considered Matt Lauer office door button a team player scenario too. Oh, God. Wow. Was it Matt Lauer had some issues with, I don't know, inappropriate thing that was happening in the office kind of thing? Race and a failed journalist, plain and simple. Fox News. Bigotry, Mr. Newberger. I will define Megyn Kelly's problem as bigotry. Alright, Karenitis. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Alright, what else do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 5 more. What does this mean? Volcanic. Okay. King Charles III volcanic tempers traces back to his lonely childhood. Royal authors say King Charles III has a volcanic temper. And yet they're calling Meghan was it a bully? Volcanic temper. That means someone probably who's enraged all the time. Alright, volcanic is not a good thing when they're raging fire. Alright, King Charles III has a volcanic temper, which is due to the new monarch's lonely childhood, said a royal author. Wow! They create all sort of excuse for a grown man. But Meghan, there's the beat down. Everything to beat her with. Wow. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight, Rachel Smith, Christopher Anderson said the father of 2 has a volcanic temper. He's very capable of flying into rage. No wonder why Princess Diana was saying she only wish him has peace of mind.
Would it be your wish that when Prince William comes of age that he were to succeed the Queen rather than the current Prince of Wales?
My wish is that my husband finds peace of mind. And from that follows other things, yes.
Diana knows them very well. Quote, so much about Charles you could really trace back to his childhood, which was heartbreakingly. What about so many other young people who grew up without their parents, but they turn out to be much better human beings than this old rag who has everything at his disposal? Oh my goodness. Alright, Prince Harry wants to take his kids away from royal life because of the genetic pain that will dwell in his kids too. Charles also told Harry that he will have to get used to the media bashing just like he was.
Suffered. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
But in the last 5 years, Not My King has joined force together with Daddy Fell. That's the thing. Harry learned.
Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you that you don't pass on?
But these people, they keep on banging their head the same way, expecting different result. But Harry was like, I'm not banging my head to get different result. I'm just gonna change course of my situation.
We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do.
Okay, who's the bully again? Someone with volcanic temper seems like a person who might rip your head out with 0 second thought. If he is volcanic, then William must be apocalyptic. Alright, there's this. He himself has spoken in his biography about his lonely childhood, a domineering and controlling father, and cold, distant mother. It's shocking how they don't want Harry to speak of his own childhood. That's the thing too. Alright, let's see. See, they are sanitizing and trying to make excuses for the bully. Thank you. Alright, somebody see exactly what I saw. Alright, as usual, they even tried to sanitize his side piece, now Queen Consort, by saying, quote, she saved him from the depth of despair and depression during his unhappy marriage to Diana. The unhappy marriage to Diana, it's her doing. Alright, if she stood her distance, away from him and let him enjoy his wife, okay, he would never be unhappy, because Diana was a good soul, a good human being. Those two, Charles and Camilla, never gave Diana a chance to be a loving wife to her husband.
Weeks before their wedding day, Diana overheard Charles talking to his ex on the telephone.
She heard him on the telephone saying to Camilla, "Whatever happens, I will always love you." And that's before he went off to Australia. We have famous footage of her crying as he climbs aboard his plane.
At the time, the press just figured Diana was sad to see him go. But in reality, she was wondering if she should call the whole thing off.
Alright, they snap it right out of her the minute. Well, not even the minute. They didn't even give her a chance at all. He just showed up at the marriage, at the altar, because Princess Diana saw it and did want to back out, but everyone around her told her to go with it, and she brushed off her own instinct. What Princess Diana should have done is go along with her instinct. Alright, they never give her a chance from day one. Everybody was pretending around her.
The princess was seething, frustrated, and trapped in a life she knew was a lie.
She thought that he was seeing Camilla, and she said to me, you know, jealousy, jealousy, rage, rage. I mean, she was just out of control.
She said she still wanted to force her husband to come back to her. So she decided to go straight to the top and appeal to the Queen herself, her mother-in-law.
And then when she suspects things, everybody teams up to pretend that she's crazy. I spoke about that in another video. Alright, funny how he was never depressed before she bore him 2 heirs. Goes to show how the royal family groomed, used, and discarded Diana. Thank you. Yeah, this man that ripped a toilet from the ground. That's right. What is it? I have that video that explained that.
And Charles was trying to put his own collar studs in, which he doesn't normally do for his formal strap. And he dropped one of the studs, and it sort of bounced around the sink and went down the plug hole. Charles was in a fury, just ripped the sink from the wall, threw it to the floor, shattered it into 1,000 pieces, retrieved the stud. Ken had to put it in. And then when Ken had put it in, Charles grabbed him by the throat.
Alright. Okay, we've all gone through, in various degrees, some sort of childhood teen shit, but that doesn't mean we go around exploiting and verbal and physical violence. No, he's just a brat, so grow up into an overprivileged violent brat. Yeah, that's exactly that. No one ever put a stop to his nonsense. No one ever told him no. No one ever put, some boundaries. So when you have no boundaries, hey, the minute you walk through something, everything was supposed to be exactly what you were thinking. That's what happened to him. We have all seen it with those pens and at courtiers of his. However, courtiers don't mind to be treated like that by him, because they get paid. But that's incredible. Oh my God. He's a baggage for God. God needs to give him something to preoccupy himself with. Alright, isn't the queen a saint? A saint who neglects to mother a future king? There's a rolling eye. Let's see here. Royal author. Speaking of entertainment tonight, Rachel Smith, Christopher Anderson say the father of two has a volcanic temper. He's very capable of flying into rage. Is that the thing I just read? Yeah, I just read that. You could finish read it yourself. And what about his family and teddy bear? He is like Andrew, has a teddy to sleep with. Okay, the same has been said about William, who regularly flies into rage and scream at staff, but Meghan has called a bully for sending email early in the morning. Abolish the monarchy. Yelling and screaming they could handle, but being expected to be competent and actually do some work, come on, that's a step too far. That's a sarcasm. Let's move on to the next one. My goodness, some people prefer being abused than being nice to them. Wow. Next tweet, there's this. Just look at how warm and loving Meghan was toward that KK Karen, yet she stayed quiet when the tabloid were tearing Meghan apart. Unforgivable. I think the reason I'm sharing this, I know some squaddies probably gonna really disagree with me. I truly understand. Okay, Meghan understand Kate's situation. When you look at Princess Diana, well, there's a video where Princess Diana says something where she was not in a position to do anything about it. something which I think she was talking about her marriage with Charles, the divorce and everything like that. Okay.
Your husband. He says that your husband renewed his relationship with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I was. But I wasn't in a position to do anything about it.
I think Megyn truly understands the situation that Kate is in. When you look at, for instance, another example, it wasn't any word of exchange. It was just a small gesture during the funeral when Megyn was going into, I guess, the seat, and I think William told Kate to move to let Harry and Megyn get in and something like that. I did bring it up at that time when I saw that video, and Megyn sort of brushed her hand on Kate's hand. I truly believe, okay, pretty much my entire videos is humble opinion anyway, so this is another humble opinion. I truly believe Megyn understands the situation that Kate is in, because Kate cannot really say much about certain things.
Husband. He says that your husband renewed his relationship with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I was. But I wasn't in a position to do anything about it.
So, and at the same time, Kate is, I feel, another humble opinion, is a person where she will do certain things to please the institution. Okay? And this is the part where the squad are very upset about, where she will go out of her way to pretty much make Megyn look bad. That kind of thing. But in the whole aspect of thing, being in the institution, I think Megyn understands Kate's situation. Alright, so that's the only reason why I'm sharing this picture, to share that thought with you. And I'm surprised I still remember it when I first came across this picture. Alright, let's read some of the squad's comment. Whatever's on the screen, because I want to finish. Never seen this picture before. Interesting, very interesting. Megyn tried. She did everything she could to make it work. It wasn't reciprocate.
I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip.
It has its, advantages, I guess.
I really tried, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging. And the biggest thing that I know is that I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair. And that's the part that's really hard to reconcile. But I don't know, just to take each day as it comes.
She didn't stay silent. She passed them info. That's another thing you could look. She orchestrated a hate campaign. I hate this. She stayed silent. I lost my first IG account with nearly 41,000 followers because of this photo. The lady who took it reported my account for using that photo. But where did she... Okay, I'm a little bit confused. With this. Okay, so the picture must have been on social media, and at the same time, okay, shouldn't they give you a warning about it before they take down your IG account? This seems very suspicious to me in a way. Okay, with permission. Okay, without permission, when so many other accounts were using it. So maybe is the caption, whatever you had said in the caption, they didn't like, and they feel like they have the right to just snatch it off. I don't know. I reached out to her when I found out who she was. No help. I'll never forget that. Okay, I will follow you on IG too. Okay, never again. Kate had a friend in Megyn, and she let it crumble. That's why things are crumbling around Kate now. That word divorce is being thrown around. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, I had high hope for them when I saw them at the tennis match, and I can't help but to think what a strong support and girlfriend Kate could have had in Megyn after this week's podcast. I admit I thought of Kate, huge loss in Kate's part. She could have had a friend in Megyn. I don't know. This is where one of those, they want everything and then they're gonna end up with nothing. Alright, so next tweet. And also at the same time, if you look at it in this perspective, there's a possibility they're probably isolating Kate. She doesn't even know it. Because when Will decided to divorce her, who she's gonna turn to. Luckily, her parents is in the country, so she could go and talk to her parents. So she's being isolated without even knowing. Because I think Princess Diana have said it in some shape or form, being isolated. Meghan also said they tried to isolate her as well. So they're doing the same thing to her. But the only difference between Meghan along with Princess Diana and, well, Princess Diana had a family there, but... well, at least Kate has family in the country, so she could always go to her mother. But Meghan did not have that. So they're isolating her. She doesn't even know it. Oh, well. All right. I think this is my last one regarding Kate. And the last 3, I'm probably going to put it on my other channel because I haven't posted anything yet. All right. For quite some time, maybe for months. All right. Since the deranged are pushing separation rumors about Harry and Meghan, that just about confirmed William and Kate have separated, right? I mean, that's how it usually works. Let's see here. See how I think? You're projecting. All right. In other words, they're just reversing. Whatever the tabloid is saying, it's probably what's really going on. Whatever the tabloid is saying about Harry and Meghan, it's probably what's going on with Kate and William, kind of thing. All right. That is why Ingrid had said what she said. She knows it all. The Windsors trust her completely. She gives them all brilliant coverage, and the Majesty, her fairy tale magazine, after the fake chic interview, truly exposed the cow. Okay, C-O-W. Ingrid wrote an article titled "The Sophie I Know." Oh my goodness. This is very small. You guys could look at it. Okay. Yep. It's always the narrative. Yep. Alright, remember just a day before the Oprah interview, there was an article with switched names of Meghan and Wells about the Crygate, and we learned the truth the next day. That sealed the deal for me, to always switch names whenever there's a negative article about our couple. That's what I was just saying. I didn't even see this. Okay, one day we will also find out who got too big for their britches and has been bullying staff. There's that. Let's see here. Because it wasn't Meghan, unless simply asking someone to do their job is now bullying. That's the thing we were saying before. They still think. Well, I just saw an article and video that described King Chuck as having a volcanic temper. Lots of projection from that creepy clan. This one is trying to say that Meghan, I think that's what she's trying to say. I think. But the squad don't let anything fly out. You just tell it. I just show you that particular article where Charles had volcanic reaction. Temper, I mean. Oh my goodness. William and Kate are living separately already. That mansion they are living in has 2 houses. The Queen funeral proved that when the 4 of them walk out to see the crowd, and Kate was separately from the other 3. And like I was saying, this is why they bought the PR, the guru guy. Because they need somebody to direct them, because they don't know how to act in public. And then this is why they throw Harry and Meghan into the mix. Where Harry and Meghan probably will not even show their face. They probably will have done their things privately. And most likely would have probably seen Harry and Meghan only during the funeral. But they want to include them into the thing so they could have some coverage. Alright, so this my next tweet I'll show you, but it's gonna be on my other channel. So if you haven't if you have not subscribed to my other channel, what did I call it? I haven't been on it quite some time. I even forgot the name of it. I forgot the name. APTS, I think that's what it is. Alright, so go check it out. I have some really good content on it you might like. So this one is gonna be in it. All right, so go check it out. So from this point on, my other channel.
Until we
me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.